Yeah, go. Hi, welcome back to my channel, Taking Chances with April. We have a huge deal going on today because I decided to go ahead and buy the entire collection from Wet n Wild, the Pac Man collection. As everyone knows, it comes in this really awesome box. And so we are just going to jump in and get started. And for purchasing that, I got a couple of things thrown in for free. And one of them is the Dewy Luminex Face Primer by Wet n Wild. The other is the Natural Finished Setting Spray. On top of that, we are going to try a couple of e.l.f. products that I haven't tried before. One of them is the Poreless Putty Primer to see how that works with older, mature skin. And the other one is a 16-hour Camo Concealer. We're going to try that. And we are also going to use the Urban Decay Vitamin Infused Complexion Prep Priming Spray. See how all this works. So let's get started. So first is going to be the setting spray. Or the priming spray. Wrong one.
Did you get a setting spray out?
Yes, I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild setting spray.
Yeah, I'm stupid, sorry. We all do that.
And for my foundation, I'm actually going to be using the IT Cosmetics blush brush, or the foundation brush, because it really does a really good job putting that foundation on. I really like it. So, and the Poreless Primer is actually really nice and smooth. It's kind of thick. But let's see how this works. I'm just using my finger to smooth it in, and the heat from my hand is actually causing it to melt. And these I'm just going to use where I have the more problem areas with my pores. And then I'll use the one by Wet n Wild for the rest of the face. Alright. Because my face tends to sometimes be on the kind of a drier side, this actually doesn't feel too bad. It doesn't make my face dry, but it also doesn't make it feel oily. And the primer that I'm using by Wet n Wild is a Dewy Luminex one. And it says lightweight formula infused with vitamin E, smooth skin for even makeup application. So we'll see how that works. Like I said, I got both of these as free products for just purchasing the other one. Oh, this one actually comes out as a tinted color. Okay, so it does definitely do like a dewy thing to it, so I'm guessing it's got glitter in it. As you can see, my hands are kind of shimmery. So, from my personal experience, being a person who does have enlarged pores and have wrinkles and stuff, that's normally not a good thing for me. Just because it tends to settle in the pores. But we'll see how this does underneath the foundation. Okay, and so the foundation I'm going to be using is, of course, the Tarte in light neutral 22N Amazonian clay full foundation coverage. Of course, in the right shade this time. I didn't use a color correcting primer because I didn't want to use too many priming products. Just so that way I could see how the other two do work together. Okay, I didn't really use too much of the foundation, and it seems to give me pretty good coverage all over. But you can still see some of the red that's coming through, because like I said, once again, I didn't use a one that has the green color tone to it, so it covers up the redness. So on those spots, I'm just going to add a little bit more foundation to it. That seems to work pretty good to be able to build up over it. There we go. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the concealer, and it's the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and this is in a fair warm color. And this has a pretty good sized doe foot on it. Wow, I think this might actually be a good light color for me, because normally they are too dark. Because it's normally the same color as what my foundation is, because my foundation's normally really pale. And I'm just going to use the same brush that I used before. This actually has a pretty good coverage to it, and I love the brightening effect I have. so now we're going to go ahead and jump into the Wet n Wild Pac Man collection. Like I said, it comes with this really awesome box that I love. So even without the makeup inside, I love the box. So we have lots of little products in here. And I bought the whole thing for $69.99 plus tax and shipping. And like I said, I got the 2 items for free. And so it comes with the lip scrub, which you use before you put anything on your lips to help get rid of all the dead skin and stuff. And none of this is open, so we're going to be opening it as we go. And then it has a lip balm. And it comes with a blush palette that is called High Score Blush. The eyeshadow palette is called Game Over Color Palette. It comes with a bronzer, which is Power Palettes Bronzer, which is really cute. And then it has a Power Palettes Blush Lighter. So it's like the blush, but it makes it a little bit more shiny because it's going to have like the glitter tones to it. And then we also have 4 different lip colors for each of the ghosts that is located inside of there. We have all 4 of these. So individually we have got this one, which is Blinky. And it's kind of a reddish pink tone. And then we have this one, which is really cute. And this is Clyde, so it's kind of an orange almost. And then we have a blue, which is, and then we have Pinky, which of course is pink. Okay, and then we'll go to the bottom divider because this top piece will come out. And it has this hard cardboard piece on it with 2 little handles to help you get it out and put it back in. And on the bottom one, you have got 5 different shades of fingernail polish, which is Pac Man, and then each of the different ones to match the lip colors. Those we are not going to be using because that would take forever. We also get both of the brushes that come with it, which is the Waka 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 powder brush. And then we also have the Waka 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 eyeshadow brush. And as you will see when I take these out, inside of the brushes, it has the little Pac Man with the ghost and stuff inside that turn upside down. And they're actually really soft bristles. So a lot better than what I thought I was going to be getting. And you know, I've seen quite a few people talk about these and I wasn't sure how I was going to like it. But I knew I was going to buy it either way just because I love Pac Man. I grew up in the day and age of Pac Man being at like Pizza Hut and stuff. And so this is your larger brush. So now we're going to jump in and start doing...
You forgot setting powder.
I do that with my bronzer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm forgetting the order you do shit. My bad.
Of course. So I am going to open my bronzer for this one. Maybe. Okay, that's actually pretty easy because it twists and it helps you open it straight out. Now these are sealed with these, and it comes with this little bitty bronzing thing on top of it. I'm not going to use that. That can stay over there. Now, because of the fact that you don't pay a whole lot for the entire deal, there's obviously not going to be a whole lot in the product. But because of the fact you're not paying a whole lot, you're actually getting a lot of stuff for the price that you're paying. So for my... There we go. I'll use that one for that. And then I'm going to get my setting powder out so that way we can actually start that. Because I don't like to leave the setting powder on for too long just because I don't like that cakey feeling. So I'll go ahead and do the setting powder first.
I've got a trick for the cakey feeling.
Huh?
I've got a trick for that.
if you do it and then put setting spray on your face afterwards, it doesn't feel up too cakey. It just kind of helps it melt in. It's really awesome.
Okay, and of course for my setting powder, I am using the Kat Von D setting powder in translucent just because I really like the way this feels. Alright, and so I'm going to use one of these brushes. It's a small face angle brush. I got it off of Amazon, and it's an angled one, so let's see how this does with the bronzer. Okay, I just dipped that in there, and you get a lot of product off of there. So let's see. There is a ton of product coming off on there. But
Oh, blends out very nice.
it blends out really, really nice. So even though there's not a lot of product in the container that it comes in, you don't need a whole lot to use it.
You found that out the hard way.
Well, I've used another brand of these. It's the Physician Formulas one. And that one, it takes a lot of swatches just to get any off onto it.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that this really, it does not take a whole lot to get any off.
Yeah, I've never used like the beads or whatever like that.
What if you get your brush wet? Will it get it like less product
No,
or more?
it'll make it more concentrated.
Yeah. With that, you really don't need it.
Okay, so really don't need no more of that.
That really helped with like the foundation because I know you blended it out, but on camera it didn't look like it because it was so brightening. I was like, oh Jesus, this is gonna be bad. It's not really. Ooh. Sparkle.
Look up. It's sparkling.
Alright, so I really do like the way that that worked on me. And you can still build it up a little bit if you want a little bit more of a sharper shadow going on for it. Awesome. So I do like the bronzing palettes. So next we'll do the blush. Now the blush of course does not twist. Alright, finally.
It's about time.
Okay, so now that we've got it open, we can actually open it up like this so you can actually see the colors. And I'm probably going to go with this one down here and then use the bronzing pellets on top of that just to see how that's going to work. And then I'm going to use one of my e.l.f. blush brushes like this. And it picks up color pretty good. So hopefully it doesn't lay it on too heavy. And no, it does not. But it also does give you enough color on it. Alright, so these do not have individual names for each of them, so I'm using the one that has the 100-500 score on it. So now I'm going to try the blush lighter and see if that's like a highlighter or if it's just for the blush colors. And that does the same thing as the highlight, as the bronzer did. It comes off with a twist. It's got the individual seal for it. And it also has the individual sponge inside of it. So I'm guessing it's probably going to have the same effect that the other one did, that you don't need to use too much product because it probably does a pretty good job. Ooh. It doesn't give too much of a pink to it. But I do like the highlight to it.
Ooh, that's really pretty.
And now we can just put a little bit of that on our nose and be good to go. And we'll probably go back into that and use some of that for the corner of our eyes, depending on how the other colors turn out. Okay, so I'll probably be back here in about 5 minutes, because it's probably going to take me that long to open this one too.
Flashback.
Alright, so now that we're back, this has a lot of really bright colors, which I like, but it's also got some of your neutral tones. So this is one that's more of a transition shade, and then you have some mattes here, and along with your yellow. And then this one's more of a shiny, and this one's more of a shiny. So I think we can do something with this.
They're called shimmer shades, Mom.
But they're shiny.
Shimmer shades, not shinies.
I can call them shiny because I can.
Okay, you do you.
So these are shiny shades.
Did you put on eye primer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't hold my hand.
Because I did that with a regular primer.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to dip into, I don't know what color it is because these also do not have individual colors, but it's kind of a deep taupey brown shade. That's a matte color.
Thank you.
Is that better?
Yes, very much so.
And this has a lot of pigment to it where you don't need to use too much, especially if you're really pale skin, because color normally shows up on us pretty well.
And if you put too much, it looks wonky.
Exactly. Add just a little bit more.
What are you looking for?
My little deal that I got to clean the brush off.
Ooh, yeah. Go with it. Here too. It's in her.
Yep, that's what I need. Okay, so. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a softer brush so that way I can make it blend a little bit better. And it blends really, really easily. And then I got this off of Amazon. It's an A La May brush color remover. You just stick your brush in there to clean it off. All right. Should we go bright or simple?
You do you.
Right.
I'm not about to tell you what to do with your eyes because I've got bad luck.
I'm going to go with the pink. Bright pink. Let's see how that works. Or I could go with the orange since we have the shimmer shade in orange. Let's go orange. And for anyone who's in the Oklahoma area, no, this is not for OSU.
Don't let her lie to you. Yes, it is.
It is by far not.
Mm-hmm.
She'd rather take the Panthers.
Panthers are professional. OSU is high school or college.
I know.
Completely different sectors.
While you were trying to get that one thing open, I painted my phalanges. And of
I
course,
really do like this orange color though, because it's not a.
it looks really
It
pretty.
looks more like a tangerine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good, I think it would be a good summer shade.
Yeah.
And
I
then if
think
you
it-
had a deeper brown with it, you can make it into
Yeah.
a nice little fall shade too.
I think it'd be really pretty with like a brighter shimmer over it.
Yeah, that's the reason I'm going to do the orange, because that's I'm hoping it's a bright orange.
Yeah.
Okay. And that blends really nicely. Okay, time to get a smaller brush. To go right underneath the eyes. Then I'll add a little bit more of the brown to it. I like that. All right. Because I want this shimmer to be a little packed on, I'm just going to go in with one of these little eyeshadow pads and see how that's going to do with that. I like that. I think the mixture of the colors really brings it together. I like the fact that the shimmer is a brighter orange, and then you have more of a reddish, almost like a coral color for the rest of it. So it kind of gives you that kind of a psychedelic look to it.
Are you gonna do your brows after this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just realized you didn't have them done yet, and I was like, is that intentional?
No. Honestly, I forgot to get the stuff out. We reorganized all of my makeup, and trying to remember when to take things out and when not to has been kind of fun.
Okay, correction, Frankie reorganized your makeup. Cause
We reorganized my makeup.
I did it. You didn't. I did.
All right, so for the inner corners, instead of using the blush highlighter, I'm going to go in with this one right here, which is a shimmer white one that's just like the orange one, because I really like the way the orange one turned out.
Ooh. That's cute.
And it's not too overpowering.
It's not.
I really do like that.
You like a subtle highlight, and I'm just like, I want it bam in your face. If you're not blinded, it's not good enough.
Well, the only reason I don't want a bam in your face is because I've already got the bright orange on there, and I don't want to overpower that.
See, I don't play around with color on my eyes that often. It's usually just neutral tones and like a nude lip or something. So that's why I want it bam in your face.
Let's see, I like color, so.
I do too. I'm just scared to play with it.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and open the lip scrub because I've used this before and I really do like it.
Yeah.
And it smells like green apples.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna take a little bit on my finger.
Don't forget your brows.
And the sad part is it tastes really good. So even if you do lick your lips on accident, it's fine. It tastes fine.
I purposely do it when they taste good, so.
So yes, it's pretty much a sugar scrub, so that way it works really good. And I'm just going to use a paper towel to get the rest of it off. So now I'm going to get stuff to do my brows before she has a conniption. This one?
Yeah. I don't think you've used that one yet.
All right, so we're going to go with a Milani Brow Tint Pen. So it's kind of like the same thing you would use for your eyeliner, except for it's for your brows.
Sisters, not twins.
Sisters, not twins, same thing. And mine will never be twins because one has a bigger arch than the other one does.
I feel that. One of mine is thinner than the other. And making them even is awful.
Alright, so now that I've got the color on there like I want it, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint Medium to brush it through a little bit more. And that's going to deepen the color at the same time. And then the spoolie. And then highlighter to clean it up a little bit.
Highlighter. You mean
I
concealer?
mean concealer to clean it up a little bit.
There we go.
I'm going to use whatever this stuff is that's on this thing right here to make it look a little bit neater.
I never thought about using one of those brushes for that. Ooh.
And of course, I don't live alone. I have 4 kids. And it seems like every time I say I want to make a video, they decide, let's open the doors and close them a million times.
Well, it's just that door. We need to get like WD-40 or something for it. I mean, if we want to be really ghetto, vegetable oil works. That's what we used on my door at my house. Did you miss a spot on your forehead?
Yeah. I'm not sure that I really do like that one concealer, the dewy one,
That's primer, Mom.
the primer that I used, because it just didn't seem to work like I wanted it to. And it's hard to fully rub it in.
That spot that you missed, just put a dab of concealer and then blend it in, because it's not really working.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's better.
There we go.
All right. Let's see. Whoops.
Now who's the noisemaker, Mom?
Oh well, that's life.
What are you looking for? Oh, mascara. Because you didn't get that out.
No, I got the mascara.
Oh, eyeliner?
Yep.
You know we have a jar for that.
Huh?
We have that fishbowl.
I know, but I wanted to use a liquid one.
Oh.
I'm going to use the All Mate Intense color in Black Pearl. So it's kind of like a black, but it's not a deep black. And it's going to be a little bit shimmery, so it might look good with this.
I've never mastered the art of liquid eyeliner. Nope. I'm just now learning how to use a pen. For the longest time, I never used eyeliner.
Okay.
I think that looks really good. It doesn't come off shimmery on camera.
It's not super shimmery. It's just enough to where when you're in front of someone, you can actually see it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't know how it looks like that.
If it would focus. Hold on, let me.
How's that now?
Oh. Hold on.
Not want to focus on it.
No. No, it's not.
All right.
Okay, now it's not wanting to focus on you. There we go.
So let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the orange or Clyde.
Ooh, that's a lot of orange. I wouldn't do that.
Maybe go with Blinky. Is that who this is?
I would go with that one.
Let's go with Blinky. And let's see how Blinky is going to work
Are you gonna do your mascara?
after my eyeliner dries.
Okay.
I really like it. It's really creamy.
It's coming off good.
Okay, and now I'm going to introduce you to Simone and Sierra, who are about ready to go outside. And they fight every single time, and they're about to tear down my lights.
Got it.
It comes off red on camera, but it looks pink in person.
What I really like is, if you can't tell, the dough foot to it,
Has a divot.
not only that, but it's really soft. And it's really easy to use. And the fuzz that's on it that distributes the color is really super soft.
That same dough foot is on the liquid lipstick I was telling you about. And the high shine version of the said liquid lipstick. So, you should get both of those and try them out. Because I think you'd like them.
I really like this liquid lipstick. I wasn't sure because it says it's a gloss, but a gloss wouldn't put this much color to it, and it's a lot of color for it.
Yeah, they probably use their high shine formula for those.
Mm-hmm.
I have a high shine formula that I will let you try out. And I also have the matte version. I have two of the mattes. One of the
What
high
I'm
shine.
going to do is go ahead and swatch the other three colors, because I want to see if they're going to be just as bright as what this one is with color. So the next one I'm going to do, it's going to be the Blinky, or it's Clyde, which is the orange one. So yeah, it's got the color like the other one does.
Yeah.
I like that color. And I don't like orange more. But the lipsticks aren't as hard to open as the other things were. Everything else was pretty hard to get open, especially the blush and the eyeshadow. But I love the way the eyeshadow and the blush turned out because I don't like too deep of a color. I don't want to just be pale. I want to be able to blend it up. So this one is going to be Inky, which is the blue one. Ooh, I like that. I like that color.
Yep. And if you wanted, you could do lip swatches too. But you don't have to.
And then let's go with Pinky, which is, of course, the pink one.
That looks like my type of pink. Oh, no, it doesn't. Never mind. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's like a purple pink.
I actually like that.
I feel like you should do lip swatches.
I will later. But I like each of those. I really do. I wasn't sure how I was going to like them, but
You like them.
I do like them. And then I know I'm forgetting something besides my mascara.
Setting spray.
Okay, setting spray and mascara because I got my highlighter on and I really do like that. This I got from Ulta. It's Bold Ambition Volumizing and Conditioning Mascara and it's in jet black. Ooh, that is a really weird looking.
Oh, I hate those applicators. They always make your freaking eyelashes look like spider legs. Why don't you do an ugly face like every woman is supposed to do?
Because I don't have to.
I know you don't have to, but I always make this god-awful face while trying to put my mascara on. And it's partly because I'm blind AF and have to get right up next to the mirror to see what I'm doing. Or I have like a handheld mirror. I need to invest in one of those.
Alright, I really don't mind the mascara. I mean, you can't really see my lashes. But then again, you know, I don't have much lashes to begin with, so.
You could always layer a different mascara on top of it.
That's what I'm probably going to do. Because I like the way it does separate my lashes.
You just don't like the way that you can't see them.
Exactly. So I'm going to go with my lowest one, which is Lights Camera Lash It by Tarte.
Oh, that's the one that I like, that I want to jack from you. But I'm not gonna, because, you know, I love you.
You have nowhere to run anyway.
I would find you.
Everywhere you'd go.
Okay, so you can definitely see that primer that has the luminous in it, because I mean I do look very luminous and shiny. Not sure how I feel about that.
I hate that look. If I'm not matte, it's not right.
See, I don't really mind not being matte. Sometimes I want to be shiny, but not this shiny.
I like that kind of shiny.
And we are going to go in with the Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray by Wet n Wild, which I've used the matte version of it before, so let's go with this one.
You need like a little fan. That stuff really gets you. It's a violent mister.
I like the finer mist. I don't want one of the ones that is a very heavy, sticky kind of mist.
Yeah. I just, it's very violent when misting at you though. It's like boom in the face. I hate that one. Like I love like the finish of it, but I hate the way it mists because it's like, no.
So my hair is not great today, but
She's having a bad hair day.
no, I just didn't feel like doing anything with it. I'm lucky I brushed it. And this is what I look like when I don't do anything with my hair and it's down.
Yeah.
But I do like how bright my makeup does look. I do like how the brightening is. I didn't have an actual normal bronzer, so I'm gonna, because this has highlighter to it, so I'm gonna go ahead and use some of this. To contour the nose a little bit.
Oh, that's a shimmery bronzer?
Mm-hmm.
That was probably not the best idea you had all day. Although I don't think it's translating on camera shimmery, so I think we're good.
I think that's actually not too bad. So, I do like all the products for their own individual things, but because of everything being very shimmery, putting it all together as one probably won't be something I do in the future, but using them individually with other products to make it where it doesn't shine so much is something I would probably do.
Yeah, I don't like the primer because it kind of makes you
Yeah,
look like
that primer
oil.
is probably not one I'm going to use anymore just because it does make me look make me look like I'm sweaty almost is something I don't like. I don't like that extreme glow to it. So I'll probably see if one of my girls wants it, which I have two that, you know, like to play in makeup, one that is learning to use the makeup.
There's no pause button.
Stop it. Okay. I got interrupted by one of my kids' friends, like always, but that's okay. Now this is a finished look of using mostly all the Pac Man stuff. I used a couple of things that they didn't carry in there. But above all, I do like the products and I love the colors, and it will be something I use in the future. Now don't forget to come back and see us later on because I'll be getting a whole new makeup haul from the awesome makeup guru, Beauty by Bianca, who got to pair up with Morphe and create all her favorites in one huge haul. And I was very fortunate. I got to get one of those, and it will be in sometime on Monday. And I'll be doing a video of that on Tuesday and getting it out sometime this next week. So hope to see you then. And if you have any recommendations of things you want me to try, especially with me being older and having a different skin type than a lot of these younger women do, just put your request in the comments. We'll see what I can do. See you then.
Or maybe she'll let us be in a video. Haha.
Maybe not.
Don't be like that, Mom. Jesus.